I've never touched a woman. Anyways, we are gonna be talking about what happened in Week 17 of the NFL. You know, there's been a lot. I don't know why I'm clicking on Flight's channel, but let's go to ESPN. Tennessee versus Illinois is on, by the way, as I'm recording this. Just thought I'd throw it out there. Let's look at the scores. Okay. So, let's start off with Christmas. It's a very mid-Christmas, if I should say so. Not because of Christmas itself. It's because NFL runs my life. So, very mid-Christmas. My whole mood depends on the NFL. So, Lions versus Vikings. Lions just got eliminated. Wow. Where do they go from this? I was going to make this like an actual like NFL video. I might just make this a Lions video. I don't think they're cooked, but like it's a little wishy-washy, you know, because like just got eliminated, and Dan Campbell himself said he doesn't want to make the playoffs if they don't think he can go far, and I guess they didn't think they can go far, so it is what it is. And also Trevon Diggs just got released. Told you, it's gonna change up some mock drafts. I don't know about how much, but it's gonna change up because the order is a little different now too. Let's talk about the Lions and the Vikings. You got torched by Max Brosmer, a Minnesota undrafted QB, and it just looked bad for the Lions. They were Jared Goff was getting hit. Jared Goff was missing throws. Jared Goff didn't have a great stat line either. Look at his game stats or game log. 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown, and he only threw for 197, which isn't bad, but still, like, it was a pretty bad game. And you know, there was that one Jordan Addison breakaway touchdown that killed him at the end, but like it was bad. Like it just looked bad. And the Vikings are stringing some wins together. They're obviously not going to make the playoffs, but they're stringing some wins together, and this can be something to build off of. I think JJ McCarthy's taking a step forward as opposed to a step back, and people aren't like taking him as much as a joke anymore. He's still a joke because 9 was such a dumb thing to say. You just ruined your entire PR and your entire hype by saying, "Oh yeah, I like to call her 9." You're a cornball, bro. The entire internet's gonna hate you for that, especially nowadays. You're a cornball. It's an interesting take, but I do think the Lions are fine. I think next year they'll be fine. Again, they need to take some offensive lineman help because it looked really bad, and it's bad because Taylor Decker's getting older. He's 31. They need a left guard because I don't know. I feel like it's been a very weak point for them. And Graham Glasnow is fine, I guess. He again is 33. Tate Ratledge, 33. Tate Ratledge, 24. I actually like Tate Ratledge too, and I think that right side is fine. That right side's fine. It's just the left side's a little weird. I mean, Taylor Decker's fine, but you need like a left guard or something, or maybe move Taylor Decker to left guard. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I just it's a very weird roster in my opinion because you have Jared Goff, Jahmyr Gibbs, and Amon-Ra. They're all gonna pour him to Slaw, Williams. It's just again Laporta's on IR. But he was playing a good amount this season, so I don't know. I don't know. Like it's a very interesting way. I mean, if I had to go somewhere, I'd probably go offensive line because it's getting old, and just Jared Goff is getting hit so much, and it's very interesting. Very interesting roster construction, but they've done a good job. I just don't think that their window might have closed because everyone's getting so much older, and their window, genuinely might have closed. Let's go to the next game. Texas Chargers. I told you, man. Texans, they're going far. Let's look at my CBS Sports. Let's look at my CBS Sports. I won. I did win. Let me go back to my. Go back to my old picks. Okay. So I picked the Cowboys versus the Commanders. No Marcus Mariota, no Jane Daniels. It's an easy pick. Didn't make it close. Jacoby Crosby-Mayer had a legacy defining game. He thought be the thing he was, and he was. You feel me? I don't even know what I'm saying, but you feel me? Lions versus Vikings. I really thought the Lions were gonna win. I'm gonna be honest. I thought they had a chip on their shoulder. I thought Dan Campbell would talk them up so much. Now the season's over. Who would have known Max Prosser torched the Lions? It was a Christmas miracle for Minnesota. Broncos versus Chiefs. That's an easy one. I mean, the fucking, I don't even know who it was. It was some Nigerian guy I remember seeing on Instagram. Some Nigerian guy. Oludokin. That sounds so white saying that, but Oludokin. Broncos are going to take that. That's fine. Texans versus Chargers. It was a good one. The Texans defense is so good, man. It's so good. I don't know how they were underdogs. They were so good, man. They're so good. And I told you, I made a video about this when they beat the Bills. This team is going to start heating up. Ever since that Bills game, they haven't lost in so long. Like it's so good. Barnett had 2 sacks. It's just like you can feel like the energy shifting in that thing. And again, CJ Stroud isn't playing his best football. He isn't playing like an MVP caliber season. It's the defense, and that's what I said. Defense wins championships. You've seen that with many defenses in the past. You've seen that with the Giants defense. You've seen that with the Ravens defense. You've seen that with the Rams defense to an extent when they won the Super Bowl. Even with the Eagles and some of that run, they were playing lights out defense. And defense literally wins championships. I would rather have a stellar defense and a mid QB, CJ Stroud. Like I would rather have a CJ Stroud QB than a Patrick Mahomes QB, but with like. Versus CJ Stroud actually has a great defense, a great ran organization, a well-coached team. Versus, obviously, the Chiefs are a well-coached team. They're one of the best organizations in the league, obviously. But from a perspective of their defense, which has been lackluster this year, I do like Houston's defense. I do prefer Houston's defense over the Chiefs. And honestly, that defense is just so fun to watch. They fly to the ball. They get so many tackles, and the sacks, dude. The sacks. They have the best defensive line in football. Will Anderson Jr. has to be one of the best rushers. You have to start talking one of the best rushers. He's not Myles Garrett level. He's not TJ Watt level, but he is really good. And Danielle Hunter has been very good this year. He got a sack, and Azeez Al-Shahir has been pretty good too when he's on the field. Lassiter has been very good out of Georgia, my boy. And the corners are good. It's just a well-made football team. And Will Anderson Jr. got half a sack. It's just a good made football team. Like I just like, you gotta praise the Texans because I thought they were down and out when they started really bad. I mean, they lost a good amount like the first couple weeks. They lost 3 straight. And against Los Angeles and a tough Tampa Bay team at the time. Tampa Bay is like the lion with the bunny standing behind it. It's like the lion mask. And then they shit on the Ravens and they shit on the Titans. Obviously, easy wins. Jacksonville's not an easy one either. So, they beat Jacksonville. They almost beat Denver. They beat San Francisco. They almost beat Seattle. Like it's a good team. They beat Buffalo. They beat Indianapolis. They beat Kansas City. They beat Arizona. They beat Las Vegas. They beat the Chargers. The Chargers was like that win that makes you think, okay, yeah, these guys might be legit. That was one of those games. And even like the hot Colts, the Colts weren't that hot, but still, like even like the Colts at the time, like Colts were 7-5. They still had a playoff chance. They were still pretty good. But I honestly think the Texans can make so much noise in the playoffs, and they just have such a good young core in Will Anderson Jr., Stingley. Danielle Hunter isn't that young, but he's just such an energizer. He's one of those people where you just want to play with, and he's just such a good character to have in your team. And he even in Minnesota, Danielle Hunter was very good, and I do think that Minnesota did make a mistake of letting him go, and they're paying the price for it. Because look, he's had a really good couple of years, and he's had 12 sacks. 14 sacks. They let him go at his peak, and 12 and 14 sacks. He's been playing really good. He's been a solid player his entire career too. He's been a very solid player his entire career, and I think he will continue that trajectory and hopefully propel the Texans. I'm rooting for the Texans. I really like the Texans, and I really hope they do well in the playoffs. Basically, that's my Texas Glaze session done. And the thing with the Chargers that you never know who's gonna pop off. Like this time it was Quentin Johnson. Quentin Johnson hasn't been that bad this year. But like, you don't, there's no that one number one guy. Like at one point it was Lad McConaughey, one time it was Keenan Allen. Last year it was more Lad McConaughey because Keenan Allen was on the team. But like it was Keenan Allen's team for like way before then. Now it's like you don't know who's it's gonna go to. I mean, there was at one point where Gadsden was starting to pop off. He got a touchdown, but Gadsden started to pop off. He had like that crazy game, the tight end. You don't you don't know what's gonna happen, man. It's a good problem to have. You don't know who's gonna pop off. I mean, I guess there's not the number one guy. I think in this room, people were saying Lad McConaughey is better than Malik Neighbors and Marvin Harrison Jr. Stop it. No, Lad McConaughey is the reason why he's winning the second round. Lad McConaughey's a good player. He's no Malik Neighbors. He's no Marvin Harrison Jr. He's no Rome Odunze. Okay, let's chill on the glaze a little bit. And Justin Herbert playing fine. Justin Herbert has no offensive line help. He was getting blitzed. Obviously, it's the Texans. Their D line is just so good. It's just nothing like to compare. But like still, like against one of the best defensive lines, they got cooked. And you know Harbaugh loves his offensive lineman and his hard-nosed football, and they were just getting cooked. And it's so much injuries. It's so unfortunate. You've lost Alt. You've lost Slater. You've lost guards in between. Like it's been bad, but a good team has depth, and that's what separates a good team from a great team. And that's why the Texans exposed them, because they were like, oh wait, do you guys really have depth to stop Will Anderson Jr. and Will Anderson Jr. and them? And they didn't, and it showed. So especially Barnett too. Barnett got it. It was the guards. I'm telling you, the guards, man. All the guards have been gone. All the tackles have been gone. It's just been rough for Justin Herbert. And I think Justin Herbert's playing out at an MVP level. It's just that he doesn't have he has good weapons. Like that's what MVP quarterbacks do. They propel the people around him. That's what Josh Allen's done. That's what Mahomes has done. That's what Lamar Jackson's done. Both of those guys don't have elite talent. The only more elite talent they've had is Stephon Diggs and Tyreek Hill for Mahomes and Allen. And it's just Herbert's kind of in that same boat where he's kind of propelling these mid receivers, especially Quentin Johnson, who's been struggling in the pros, propelling these mid receivers to actually play good, and that's what good quarterbacks do. So he's playing on an MVP level. It's just there's no protection, and it's just a very poorly ran offense. Sometimes it's not very favorable to Justin Herbert. You know how Harbaugh is, right? He's very smash mouth, hard nosed football versus actually airing it out. Like it's less of a Chiefs style offense where they rate it, they just throw it, bomb. Justin Herbert can do that, but it's more hard mouth. That's how Harbaugh wants it. So I think it's a little, his stats are a little deflated in a way. Ravens Packers, that was like the backup quarterback ball. Milky Willis just played really well, so I think he might get signed somewhere good this year. Maybe he'll still get some decent money as a backup, or he'll maybe be a bridge quarterback for some teams. You don't know. But good game. Yeah, Love wasn't playing, so I wouldn't take this too bad. But the Packers did clinch because the Lions lost. So, oh well. Bengals Cardinals. This is again another burger game. Joe Burrow legacy. He's still gonna play. He still wants to win. That's just who Joe Shiesty is. Yeah. It's in his nature. So cool. Worst draft pick, I guess. Better draft pick than the Cardinals. Steelers versus Browns. I mean, you just realize the absence of DK Metcalf. Obviously, punching the guy, it's his fault. I don't think the guy said anything bad. I have no clue, though. I'm not going to speak on that. But, yeah, you don't know what happened. And Aaron Rodgers was getting blitzed. He was getting targeted. And they couldn't really rush it either. 12 carries for 64 yards. And their tight end was leading. I mean, it was bad. And the last 3 plays, Rodgers only went to Kenneth Gainwell. I'm pretty sure he only went to Kenneth Gainwell the last 3 plays, and it just didn't work out. just a sad little attempt at the end. And Myles Garrett did not get a sack record because apparently they were like running it across his side or like away from him, which I guess you don't want to be in the history books, but I don't know. That's not my thing to tell, but yeah, that's kind of crazy. Saints versus Titans. I think Burger Shaw. I don't get how people are calling Shaw the rookie of the year. He's been good, but he hasn't played the entire year. And I think just Dart and Warren and others have just been better a little bit. Yes, Shaw has 2,109 yards, but he also has a bunch of turnovers. Jaguars versus Colts. The Colts and Jaguars look good. Trevor Lawrence looks good. yeah, I don't know. Like, yeah, Trevor Lawrence looks good. I don't know what else to tell you. Parker Washington legacy game. Um, they're doing this all without Travis Hunter, their second overall pick, by the way. Watch out for the Jaguars. I think they're solely Liam Cohn's coaching a very good football team. Very very good choice. Bucks versus Dolphins. Quinn Ewers, Texas legend. Very very good game for Quinn Ewers. I think the Bucks are virtually done. I really don't want. I think the Panthers deserve it. Honestly, I think the Bucks have just been so bad, and Baker Mayfield just looks so bad, and everyone just looks so bad. Ibuka was leading the Rookie of the Year chase for a little bit. Now his hype's died down. Chris Godwin had a pretty good game. It's just very inconsistent. They have a chance to win the division with a 7-9 record. Kind of crazy. This is gonna be prime time, or well, prime time. It's Saturday, whatever. But I don't know. I just think Quinn Ewers played pretty well. 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Played a clean football game. Do the Dolphins take a quarterback here? I don't know, because they didn't play half bad. And Quinn Ewers, I don't know why people rank Quinn Ewers out of Texas. He was a good quarterback at Texas. Honestly, I really liked him at Texas. I found people too sold on the Arch Manning hype when they just saw him step in for a couple games for Quinn Ewers when he was injured. Quinn Ewers was a good quarterback. I think he was a really good quarterback in Texas. So I think a 7th round pick was justifiable. But he's been playing really good, and I think you just ride him out. And maybe we sound like a Malik Willis and a Quinn Ewers and see who can win that, or a Daniel Jones who just come up to tore Achilles or something. I don't know, like just maybe something else. Patriots vs Jets. Nothing burger. Drake May MVP season. Drake May, might I say. 19 for 21, 256. Yeah, it's just disgusting. But it's the Jets. A very depleted, demotivated Jets. It is what it is. Seahawks Panthers. Sam Darnold, pretty good. I think Sam Darnold should get some MVP votes considerations because it's a quarterback award. You should get some MVP votes considerations for playing pretty well. Just 1 interception, which wasn't good. But Jason's just gonna pop off for that game. Nothing really crazy to talk about there. Giants Raiders. Of course, the Giants can pull it together. Jackson Dart had a pretty good game. No passing touchdowns, but he had 2 rushing touchdowns. And again, that's what Jackson Dart does. He's such a threat on the run that teams want to hit him, but he's just such a threat that he just keeps on going, and he just doesn't want to get taken down. And yeah, it is what it is. Wan'Dale Robinson had the first 1,000-yard season. Good for him. I really like Wan'Dale. I really do. And he couldn't deserve more. And this guy stepped in for Neighbors and played a role he wasn't familiar to. Primarily a slot guy. He was playing some outside too. It was a very good pick, and he's been pretty good. And he's on a contract here. 1,000-yard season is really going to help him get paid wherever he goes. I hope he comes back for a little less money, but you never know. Teams value that slot position sometimes too, and he produces a lot for what he's asked for. Darius Slayton needs to get cut. Fuck Slayton. Pretty good rushing game. Singletary and Tracy, pretty good. And there's just a tough game for Geno Smith. Geno Smith just throws a lot of bad reads and bad interceptions, and he got hurt at the end. Kenny Pickett didn't play well. I don't know why they don't start Kenny Pickett. I mean, Pete Carroll just has such a bias towards Geno Smith. I think Kenny Pickett should just start, in my opinion. Is just younger, better, and he's a good bridge quarterback for whoever they get. If it's Dante Moore, well, probably Fernando Mendoza now because they lost the first overall pick, or they won the fourth overall pick to the Giants. Yeah, it is what it is. I think Kenny Pickett should start from the beginning. And Gentry, okay, they shut down Crosby and they shut down Brock Bowers. I guess whatever game. Just the first round picks going to the Giants after the toilet bowl. Let's talk about the Bills, man. Josh Allen missed a wide open pass towards the end, and Josh Allen had a rough game. Of course, it's in snowy Buffalo, so take with that what you will. James Cook didn't have a bad game either, and Brandon Cooks, pretty good game. Brandon Cooks torched the Eagles, and I'm telling you, the Eagles secondary is a problem. Tune into my mock drafts, you will find out why. It's very thin. Spoiler alert. And yeah, it's just a tough game. It's a very cold game, a smash mouth football game. It's just one of those games, and it's a low-scoring game. And Josh Allen just doesn't have that many weapons. It is what it is. Brandon Cooks is his number one guy right now. James Cook is probably his go-to guy too. The Bears versus the 49ers. This is a good game. This is like the first game where it went 7-7, 14-14, all the way up till 35, and it's just like a straight up slugfest. And at first, when Brock Purdy threw that pick six, I was like, "Fuck, this game's cooked. The Bears might do it." And then nope. Brock Purdy played really good. He was looking a little Mahomey, as Chris Collinsworth said. He was looking a little Mahomey, and it was just a good play. Good plays. The scramble touchdown where he threw it. He was scrambling all around. He scrambled the defenders. Just threw it. Just wonderful. And then Caleb Williams also played a really good game. Caleb Williams has impressed me. Ben Johnson's play calling has impressed me too. It's crazy how a creative head coach can really propel your offense and really take a jump for Caleb Williams. And they were so injured too. DJ Moore was injured or questionable, so he's like playing through an injury. Luther Burden was the number one guy, and so with same with Jahad Walker. And yeah, Juwan Jennings had a pretty good touchdown catch at the end. Tongas had some touchdown catches. He's checked with the Brock Purdy scramble with the touchdown. Brock Purdy played good, and he's a very, very good quarterback. Now let's go to the upset of the week. Rams versus Falcons. James Pierce Jr. had a monster game. You can see why he was traded for that first round pick. He had a monster game, and I would do some quick James Pierce Jr. glaze. He looked very good, and he was clearly working Dumfries. He's clearly working Dumfries or Humphries, whatever his name is. Dumfries. He was clearly working him, and he was always in a play. He had a bunch of tackles. He looked very good, and the takeaways were so key. Xavier Watts, Notre Dame legend, had a takeaway, and that was very big. And Puka Nacua, like you try your best to stop him. 5 for 447, 1 touchdown, not bad. He almost had that one-handed catch at the end to get him in field goal range, but it was just a good effort to stop Puka. I mean, this is like the worst Puka stat line you'll see this year, and they did a really good job blitzing him. Terrence Ferguson had a pretty good game. But Matthew Stafford just threw interceptions after interceptions after interceptions. Like you saw like the panic on his face, because he just like kept on forcing bad balls, and it's just like he's so inconsistent. That's why like I think they'll give the MVP to Drake May, because he has less passing touchdowns, but he's played a little better. And Stafford just keeps on missing these routine passes and keeps on losing to teams like the Falcons, while Drake May wins his cakewalk schedule. No, I actually like Drake May. I just don't like the Patriots. So fuck the Patriots. I like Drake May. But yeah, and Bijan Robinson, you can't go this game without talking about him. The touchdown all the way to the house, his 93-yard touchdown, crazy touchdown. I mean, I was like, damn it, it's over. Bijan looked really good this game. I mean, he just looks like a good halfback. He always has been. He's just on the Falcons, so he doesn't get that prime time feeling, you know. So, Bijan Robinson looked very good. Keep that in mind. Kirk Cousins has looked good too. Unk still got it. He's like 37. He's 37, but you know, quarterbacks do good quarterback things. And the Rams, if they keep on losing games like this and it keeps on amounting, they might lose their full head of steam and choke in the playoffs. And that sucks, but that's just how football is. You gotta keep your momentum going. You might be yawning. No, you have to keep your momentum going, and it is what it is. All in all, I don't know. Texans aren't pretenders; they're contenders. Keep that in mind. I'm not a Texans fan, but you know I can appreciate some good football.